What's up everybody, my name is Vindrake from catscozygames. In this video, we'll go over the top 10 quality of life changes that are coming in GTNH 2.8. So let's get right into it. At number 10, we have the built-in sound muffler for all Gregtech machines. Every single block machine from Steam and beyond will now have a toggle for sound muffling at the top right of the GUI. And you can also toggle this without entering the GUI by taking a normal Gregtech hammer and right-clicking the machine controller. But it's not only the single blocks. This applies to all multis as well, anything from the Steam Grinder, Steam Squasher, the EBF, and beyond. It's a great change, for those who like playing with their sound on. Next up at number 9, we have the player offhand slot, which has now been backported to Minecraft 1.7.10. This allows for equipping things like a shield or torches when you go mining. Oh, and by the way, the torch now has a glow effect on your person. It's great for those first couple of days in a new GTNH world. You can also select an item in your hotbar and then hit a keybind. The default is F. And so you hit F and then you have that item enter your offhand, just like in modern vanilla Minecraft. Very cool. Coming in at number 8, we now have AE2 Terminal Pins. So these will show your latest crafted materials at the very top of the AE2 terminal. You can toggle this by left-clicking the pin section button at the bottom right, and each left click will give you an additional row for up to 4 rows total. Right-click to reduce the number of rows by 1. It's very handy, especially if you're like me and you forget the last item you just ordered. At number 7, we have missing research notification for Thaumcraft. Have you ever gone to craft something and you wonder why it's not working? Well, now when you try to craft an item through, say, Arcane Infusion, a message will appear in your chat notifying you that you lack sufficient research to craft the item. It'll also tell you which research you need as well. I cannot tell you how many times this has happened to me, and it's just a great way to save a bit of time. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and come watch Cat and I stream every Monday through Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're on all the streaming sites, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We hope to see you there. Next up at number 6, GTNH now has new ore textures. Now, put your pitchforks down. I know some people don't like new textures, and that's completely fair. The old textures are available in the resource pack section, baked into the mod pack, so you can just go and turn them back on. However, in many cases, these new textures are significantly easier to see, especially when you're in the nether. So I think I'll be keeping these on for the future. At number 5, we have the Powerfail Tracker. And man, I gotta say, this is one of my personal favorites. Whenever a machine power fails, you get a notification in chat with the machine name and the coordinates. And so there's also a very nice visualization in the world to help you find the problematic machine ASAP. You can also see the power fails in Journey Map, and you can toggle this feature on and off with a button, like on the top toolbar. And finally, you can toggle the visualization in the world, because I know some people aren't going to like that. You just type in /powerfail, followed by the word either show or hide. And so, this is amazing because no longer are you going to wonder why something isn't working, and you got this feature at your disposal. It's so good. Coming in at number 4 is container scanning for Thaumcraft. And this is going to save you so much time in your early game Thaumcraft progression. Basically, you can scan a whole chest of items with your Thaumometer, all with one click of a button. Now, this does require research in order to unlock, so you go to your Thaumonomicon and you go to the basic information chapter, and you're looking for a research on the east side called container scanning. So when you complete this research, all you have to do is shift right click the chest with your Thaumonomicon to scan all of its contents. And man, this is just going to save you loads of time. Next at number 3 is the Steam Gauge. Now, this is an early quality of life to be sure, but this will really come in handy during those early Steam Age days. You can open up the GUI of the machine and hover over the gauge to see how much steam you have. And the best use scenario I can think of is when you're making your first red alloy ingots in the alloy smelter. Who remembers this? That process costs so much steam. So being able to look at that gauge and see how much you have is really going to help you out. And also, the Steam multis have the gauge too. So very handy. At number 2, we have the power goggles. Now these are extremely cool. They basically give you a HUD on screen at all times that show you the power levels of your Lapatronic supercapacitor that you bind it to. So all you have to do is you right click the LSC controller with your goggles in hand, and then you equip the goggles in your baubles menu. Now don't worry, there's plenty of customization for this. You want to search for it in your keybinds. You want to search for Open Goggles Config under the Gregtech header. So bind that key, and then you get a config screen with tons of options. You can change the number format for the numerical power, toggle different reading types, You can hide the HUD when chat is open, which I really like that feature. And you have tons of scaling and color options as well. Now, this is a great alternative to the Nidus Open Computer solution, if you're familiar with that many late game GTNH players had used up to this point. So, very much approve of this one. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have my favorite feature. It is a new grid pathing system that's been backported to GTNH's version of AE2. Long story short, when you put a device on your AE2 network, it will now come online instantaneously. Not only that, but when you bind P2Ps together, they'll also connect to each other instantly. I think this feature is a sleeper hit, as it's going to save several hours total when you add up all the time wasted waiting on these devices to come online, especially given how integral AE2 is to GTNH. So I know Kat and I are really looking forward to this one when this is added. Now, as of this video, GTNH 2.8 is in release candidate status, so you may be able to go ahead and download the full release any day now. So leave a comment down below and tell us if you're updating your current world or if you're just starting fresh. And be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video. And until next time, we'll see you later.